So I have a few announcements, but first we're going to have prayer. All right? So let's bow our heads. Kind Father in heaven, we want to thank you so much that we're coming to the end of a week. Tomorrow's Friday. It's going to be a little bit different. We thank you for the blessings you've shared, the new friendships that we've made, and helping us to get to where we're supposed to be if we even don't know that people are helping us out. Thank you for our new BMA family. Please protect us, bring us into the weekend. Thank you. In your name, amen. All right. Couple things. Housekeeping. When we come to chapel, whether it's orientation or every Friday, we're going to have assembly. Whenever we're in the sanctuary, we're going to always ask you, always, to keep this place as reverent as we can. So even though we're having chapel, we're dressed in our school clothes, we're really not having church or anything, it's still a sacred place. So sometimes we have things where we cheer and holler and we sort of get it, but mostly that's not going to be in this place. So when you come in, yes, I'll stop with that.
Okay. You want to finish the thought?
Okay, finishing the thought. Just when you come in for orientation or chapel, we want you to come in, find your seat where it's supposed to be, talk to your neighbor. It's okay until we get started. But let's not be screaming, laughing, yelling, running, hollering across, making it really noisy. Let's keep it at a nice, calm tone when you're in the sanctuary.
Ok, la maestra está hablando sobre cuando estamos en el santuario, queremos tener una actitud muy reverente. De repente a veces empezamos a gritar o si hay alguna actividad que nos emocionamos, tratamos también de estar un poquito, bajar la voz y estar, acordarnos que estamos en un lugar santo.
Also, when you come in, we've told you to sit in front of that. We call it the third beam, second one from the back, but the third beam from the front. So if you come in late and you think, oh, I'm late, they've already started, I don't want to make a big scene, I'm just going to still sit behind, the answer is no. Come forward, just quietly find a place and come down, because usually there's space in the front, okay? So please don't ever sit behind the third beam.
Okay, solamente recordar que debemos sentarnos después del tercer pilar para acá, y si piensas que, digamos, llegas tarde y no quieres interrumpir mucho, necesitamos como quiera que te procedas para este lugar de enfrente, para que no haya nadie que se siente en la parte de atrás después del pilar, tercer pilar.
I think it was on Monday that Mr. Culpepper told you how many people could sit on a bench or a pew. Do you remember how many? Check your pews, because some of you have 12 right now. And I need some people to move. We're going to start right now. So if there's more than 10, somebody needs to move.
Y recordemos que 10 personas por banca. Si hay más de 10 personas, deben de mudarse a otra banca. Cuenten cuántas personas hay, solamente 10.
We'll wait until everybody moves, because there's a couple pews over here that have more than 10, and we're going to wait for you to move. Mr. Culpepper, maybe you can help from that end. Maybe they aren't understanding English enough, so there's about 2 or 3 pews on this side that have more than 10. Are we good? All right. Thank you very much. So just remember, when you come in, don't just keep squeezing over, okay? Find a space that's available for you.
Okay, hicimos este ejercicio ahora, pero después acuérdense que debemos sentarnos 10 por banca.
All right. One of the announcements that we have today is every year the seniors have a fundraiser.
Cada año nuestros graduandos tienen una recolecta.
All the classes have fundraisers, but there are certain ones that you will get too when you're a senior, but there are certain ones that you inherit every year.
Ok, todas las clases tienen actividades para buscar fondos, pero hay algunos fondos que se pasan al siguiente año.
The first one coming up, it's called Jeans Day.
Ok, nuestra primera recolecta como clase de graduandos es el día de pantalones de mezclilla.
About once a month, there will be posted when the Jeans Day is, and it will tell you what you're going to wear if you choose to be outside of the uniform.
Así que vean los anuncios alrededor de la escuela en las televisiones donde vamos a anunciar que va a ser el día de pantalones.
So the first one is going to be this Sunday because we have Sunday school. So we're going to step it up a little bit because everyone, or I should say no one, should be wearing jeans right now. If we went through this whole audience, there shouldn't be one person wearing a pair of jeans.
Ok, so este día podemos usar pantalones de mezclilla. Ahorita nadie debería estar usando ese pantalón, pero el día domingo va a ser nuestro primer día de pantalones de mezclilla.
You should have ordered your uniform by now, and if you ordered, I have your name on a list. That list excuses you from being penalized for wearing nice pants and a shirt to school until they come.
Okay, se supone que hoy ya todos debieron haber hecho su pedido de uniforme. Tengo yo, ella tiene una lista de estudiantes que pueden usarlo, pero sí, se supone que ya ahorita todos deberían.
So what happens on a Jeans Day is this Sunday when you come over to school, and right now I'm assuming that it's just a normal length of day on Sunday. We start at 8 and end at the regular time, but I'm not sure. But whatever time school starts and you come into the ad building, there will be some seniors or some tables sitting in the lobby, and you just come over with your $2 cash and you say, I'm wearing jeans today. And we take your money and we cross you off, and you can wear a nice pair of jeans with no holes, no rips, just a nice pair of jeans. And this time, the shirt is just a nice shirt. No colors, no anything, just a nice, modest shirt.
Okay. Entonces, como esta es una recolecta, una actividad para la clase de graduandos, el costo es de $2. O sea, que cuando tú entras a la escuela va a haber un grupo de chicos que va a recibir $2, te va a poner una estampa que te va a dar esa autorización de usar tus pantalones. Puedes usar pantalones y una blusa bonita, no importa el color o lo que sea, solo que sea modesta. Hay otras ocasiones que puedes usar cierto color y ya después lo vamos a estar anunciando.
And please don't think, oh, it's a senior fundraiser, we don't want to help them, that kind of thing. Because you're going to be a senior next time, and we all help each time. So if you want to wear jeans and a nice shirt, bring your $2. You're going to get a stamp on your hand, and you're good. If you're not going to participate and you don't want to pay $2, you must be in either your nice pants and shirt if you placed your order and it's not here, or your uniform.
Okay. Traten, si quieren pueden apoyarnos, no piensen que es otra clase, no vamos a participar. Solo queremos involucrar a toda la escuela y recordando que nos apoyamos unos a otros. Y también, si no vas a usar pantalones de mezclilla o no vas a participar de esta actividad, puedes usar tu uniforme y tu polo. Eso sería la vestimenta de aquellos que no participan.
And one important change that has been taking place is it can no longer be placed on your school account.
Okay. Esto es importante. El año pasado podíamos poner en la cuenta esos $2 a la cuenta estudiantil, pero este año no vamos a poder hacer eso, así que sí ocupamos que traigan esos $2.
So it must be $2 cash.
En efectivo.
All right. Any questions? I believe, and I don't know all the reasons, but I think there were students during the lyceums and during the Jeans Day that parents were not expecting money to be on their account. They have a certain amount that they are taking out each time for a monthly payment, and all of a sudden you're spending $2 here and $2 there, and then the Lyceum comes and you spent $30 or $50. And I think that's the reason that they're going back to just bringing it back down. And if it changes, I'll let you know. But right now, we're told just to get this started, nothing can be charged to your account that a parent is unaware of. Okay? My last announcement before Mr. Culpepper comes up. Did you want to explain the account thing? Okay. Did you even hear what I said? He was asking why it can't be on their account, and right now it's because last year people were putting it on their account and the parents were unaware of it, and we're not doing that right now. If it changes, we'll let them know.
La razón de esta regla es porque algunos padres no autorizaban y de pronto decían, oye, ¿por qué no me pusiste $2? No sé, o sea, ellos cuestionaban mucho, así que mejor decimos que los padres no se preocupen por ese aspecto y ya ustedes pagan sus $2 y todos contentos.
And my last announcement is on Friday after school. This is for the seniors. Friday after school, we're going to meet in the library for our first class meeting because we have a lot to discuss before we go on Sold and some different things and the class trip and different things that we need to discuss. So right after school, come to the library.
Okay, el viernes, cuando terminemos las clases, ella requiere a todos la clase de graduandos que tengan su junta en la biblioteca después de clases viernes.
Thank you.
Today is Thursday.
Bueno, estamos en día jueves.
Getting close to 1 week being done. For long seniors, you're going to be graduating.
Muy bien, el tiempo va a pasar rápido. Próximamente van a estar graduando.
All right, so we got 18 minutes left.
Tenemos 18 minutos.
We're going to talk about the cafeteria.
Vamos a hablar sobre el comedor.
We are all appreciating the cafeteria, right?
Parece que todos estamos felices con el comedor.
It's quickly becoming a favorite place on campus, I think.
Parece que es un lugar favorito para ustedes ahora.
So, how do we keep the vibes going good in the cafeteria?
Ahora, ¿cómo hacemos para continuar las buenas vibras en este lugar?
Are our cafeteria staff, are they friendly?
Pregunta, ¿los que trabajan allá son amigables, amistosos?
You know, one of the ways you can keep them friendly
Una forma de mantenerlos así, felices,
is to take care of stuff.
es cuidar las cosas.
So let's talk about cafeteria etiquette.
Así que hablemos sobre la ética dentro del comedor.
So when you go through the salad bar,
Cuando vas por tu ensalada,
it shouldn't turn into a food fight.
parece que hay una pequeña pelea ahí.
When I go into the cafeteria and other staff are in the cafeteria,
Cuando yo voy o cuando otros que trabajan conmigo van,
there's a couple full salads, it seems like, that are around the outside on the floor, sitting on the place you're sliding your tray. There's lettuce and carrots and tomatoes and cheese all over the place.
vemos que hay mucho tiradero en la parte de abajo de la barra. Tenemos lechugas y otras comidas botadas ahí.
So if you drop stuff, pick it up.
Así que si se te cae algo, por favor, levántalo.
This is generally just good humanity.
Esto realmente es buenos modales.
Also,
También,
también, take your plates, cups, silverware, trash, leftover junk on the table, and put it where it's supposed to go.
por favor, tomen sus platos, sus vasos, sus tenedores, comida, paquetes de sal, lo que sea que está en la mesa, llévenlo al lugar donde debe ir.
The cafeteria staff are not your maids.
Las personas que trabajan ahí no son nuestros sirvientes.
They're not your servants.
no,
They're not your slaves.
no son nuestros esclavos
And they're not your mama.
y no son nuestras madres.
Take care of yourself.
Cuiden de ustedes, de sus cosas.
There's nothing that says, I don't appreciate you more than leaving junk everywhere for them to clean up.
No hay nada mejor de que la persona que trabaja allá se sienta apreciada por cómo nosotros cuidamos el lugar.
Wake up.
Despierten, despierten.
Go ahead and sit up, por favore. That's Italian, by the way.
Ok, vamos a sentarnos bien, vamos a despertar.
Remember yesterday I told you I'll call you out, and I will.
Recuerden, si los veo yo, los voy a señalar.
Don't be rude to the speakers
Esto también tiene que ver con modales.
by sleeping and talking.
No estén hablando ni durmiendo. Esto no es
If you
respetuoso.
learn etiquette in a lot of different places here, you're going to have an advantage when you leave here.
En este lugar es una gran oportunidad de aprender modales. Les van a ayudar para la vida.
So remember I told you how highly the people at the lake thought of you?
Recuerden cuando les dije que las personas que estaban en el lago pensaban alto de ustedes.
We want our CAF staff to feel the same way.
Queremos que las personas que trabajan en el comedor también se sientan apreciados por ustedes.
You can make an impression for good or for negative on this CAF staff that are not Adventist, by the way.
Recuerden, estas personas no son adventistas, es una compañía que viene a trabajar con nosotros y ustedes pueden hacer una impresión en sus vidas.
Some of them may not even be Christian.
Hay personas que ni conocen de Jesús.
So your actions are super important.
Así que tus acciones y tu forma de ser y comportarte es sumamente importante en ese lugar.
Let's take care of our cafeteria.
Les pedimos, por favor, que cuiden a nuestro personal de allá.
We're investing in our cafeteria close to $250,000.
Estamos invirtiendo demasiado dinero para mantener ese lugar.
By the time everything gets done.
Y todavía falta, hay algunos detalles que se van a establecer, falta todavía.
Do you like a nice cafeteria?
¿Te gusta un comedor bonito?
Do you like the round tables?
¿Te gustan las mesas circulares?
That was $400 a piece.
Cada mesa cuesta $400.
So you can do the math, there's 25 of them.
Así que hagan la
25.
matemática, son 25 por 400.
Comfortable chairs are coming.
También estamos invirtiendo en sillas.
There's 200 of those
Hay 200 de esas.
when they get here. They cost $120 a piece.
Cuestan 120 cada silla.
Do you see what we're trying to do for you in the cafeteria?
¿Entiendes la inversión que estamos haciendo para ti y para el comedor?
That's just the tables and chairs.
Eso es solo el precio de sillas y mesas.
There's other stuff coming that's going to be in the back of the cafeteria.
Hay muchas más cosas que estamos comprando para la parte de atrás.
And there's going to be some things like 2 new salad bars that are going to be coming as
Y
well.
estamos invirtiendo en otras 2 hileras de barra de ensalada.
The salad bars alone cost $40,000. You can buy a pretty nice car for $40,000. We're buying salad bars.
Wow. Ok, una barra de ensalada cuesta $40,000. $40,000.
I'm telling you this
Les estoy diciendo esto
because I want you to take care of stuff.
porque queremos que cuiden lo que tenemos.
So you guys that were here last year, how'd you like the tables and chairs? It looked like a prison setup.
Ok, el año pasado teníamos mesas distintas, rectangulares, y no se veían uniforme, se veía como mesas de prisión.
Now we're making it to where it's more friendly, and we have a friendly staff.
Ahora queremos que sea ese lugar más amigable, más amistoso, más social.
Example,
Ejemplo,
you know there's this little tiny hole in the wall where you're supposed to put your chair, I mean not your chairs, your plates,
¿ok?
right?
Recuerden, tenemos una pequeña ventana para poner nuestros platillos sucios.
And one day that's going to get fixed.
Un día eso se va a arreglar,
But until then, we have to deal with this little tiny opening.
pero ahorita es lo que tenemos y tenemos que trabajar con esa pequeña ventana.
And if you stack your plates in there,
Cuando pones tus platos ahí
and you keep stacking them in there,
y empiezan todos a meter y meter,
and you keep stacking them in there,
y siguen metiendo,
and then they start getting weirdly stacked,
y se empiezan a desacomodar porque no lo ponen bien,
and then they fall on the floor and break,
y se caen al piso y se quiebran,
and then the next thing happens, nobody picks it up.
y luego parece que nadie lo va a recoger.
Imagine if you worked in the cafeteria.
Imagínate si tú trabajas en el comedor. ¿Qué pensarías?
How many of you would be happy with that?
¿Estarían contentos de que un chico haga eso
And I
en su
know
área de trabajo?
a lot of you worked in the caf last year.
Y yo sé que muchos de ustedes trabajaron en el comedor el año pasado.
Didn't you love it when somebody took a slab of mashed potatoes and put it on a table and left it for you to clean up?
Recuerdan que de pronto y si te ponen comida y te dejan ahí, los que trabajan ahí, ¿les gustaba limpiar eso?
Did you get my point?
¿Entendemos el punto?
Can we keep the cafeteria nice?
¿Podemos mantenerlo limpio?
And it's going to be a wonderful place all year long. It's going to get better.
Va a ser un buen lugar y se va a mejorar cada vez más con su
So,
ayuda.
This translates into any place we go on campus.
Así que la misma ética va en todo lugar aquí en el campus.
Some of you know that when I walk from the girls' dorm to here every morning,
Algunos saben que yo camino del dormitorio aquí todas las mañanas.
I usually pick up trash along the way.
Intento recoger, si veo algo tirado, basura, la recojo.
And pieces of gum that people may have chucked out of their mouth.
De pronto me encuentro con chicles tirados en el piso.
What if everybody did that?
¿Y si todos hiciéramos eso?
There's 141 of you here right now.
Hay 140
And
de
if you were walking
ustedes.
along and you just saw a piece of trash, picked it up and put it in the trash can,
Si ves ahí una basura, levántanlo.
then we're a team keeping a campus really nice.
Recordemos que somos un equipo y entre todos podemos hacer la diferencia.
And we're planning activities where other schools come on campus.
Y estamos planeando escuelas que vengan a visitarnos.
You want them to come on this campus and be like, this is an awesome school.
Ustedes quieren que ellos piensen, wow, qué gran escuela.
And it can easily be that way, but we just got to take care of things.
Puede ser así con su ayuda.
Look at the bench around you. Look at the floor around you right now. Look at where the hymnal things are. Is there gum stuck underneath stuff?
Okay. Por ejemplo, ahorita podemos ver a los alrededores, si se ven los libros, el piso, si hay basura.
If it is, that gum is probably still good. You can just pop it in your mouth and go at it.
De pronto y si encuentran un chicle gratis.
Especially if you didn't get lunch.
Especialmente
like onions.
si no tuviste que está tirando chistes.
Okay, so I think we got the idea. We're going to keep this place as clean as possible, right?
Okay. Vamos a mantener este lugar en lo más limpio posible. Les pedimos de favor.
It'll be a great place.
Será un gran lugar.
Also, when you go into the cafeteria, there's certain dress that's allowed in there.
Okay. Vamos a hablar sobre la vestimenta en el comedor.
So pajamas or PJs or whatever are not allowed in the cafeteria or the ad building or outside of the dorm.
Las pijamas se quedan en el dormitorio, esas no salen a los otros lugares.
House coats,
Eh,
bathrobes,
cualquier cosa que no sea uniforme y ropa normal.
swimwear,
Lo que es
your swimsuits and stuff. That's not for the
traje de
cafeteria.
baño, nada de eso va a entrar al comedor.
okay? So I want to keep
Batas
it
de
nice
baño.
in there. People come on campus and they look at you and they like to see nice. And they comment on this. If you're looking nice, they comment on it. And it says a lot for our school and it says a lot for you. It says a lot for your family. So we want to maintain that. Doesn't mean we always have to be like in suits and ties. I mean, we can let down sometimes. But certain areas we want to keep nicer. Add building cafeterias, 2 of those places.
We can wait for Spirit Week.
And until Spirit Week, that's right.
Recordemos que
all on.
tenemos visitas en este lugar y queremos mantener una formalidad, que se vean presentables, que se vean bien para que la gente piense bien de nosotros.
All right. Any questions about that? That was a lot on the cafeteria, but I thought it was important.
¿Alguna pregunta? Maybe just reminding them that please sign the paper of your village, or that way we can make sure we get you, because sometimes we forget. So village students, don't forget.
All right, quick point. No running in the hallways here.
Okay, recordemos, no queremos ver a nadie corriendo.
There have been people that have been sent to the hospital because they've collided with people, including Mrs. Iyer. That's probably the most legendary one. And she's had health problems since then.
Okay, tuvimos un accidente hace años cuando un chico estaba corriendo y nuestra secretaria que tenía pues avanzada edad la tiró, y desde entonces ha tenido problemas de espalda, así que por su seguridad no corran.
Okay, the last thing we're going to do today, we'll finish this up tomorrow at our last orientation chapel, but the last thing we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the shooter drill. The intruder, it's called an intruder drill is what it is. We're not going to do the intruder drill now. It will happen this afternoon while you're in class or at work.
Okay, vamos a hablar sobre simulacros de intruso.
So it's not to be a surprise today. Every other time will be.
Okay, hoy no va a ser una, bueno, hoy no va a ser una sorpresa, pero otros días lo serán. Vamos a tener un simulacro ahorita, así que prepárense. No se aloquen. Don't get crazy.
Okay, we're gonna show you the sound. So Mrs. Ingen is gonna set off the intruder alert sound so you can know what it sounds like. This is important, including making sure Ellie Beth doesn't go to sleep.
I think he changed his mind maybe.
Make sure you sit up.
Is it going to be now or? Okay.
Okay, while we're waiting, those that are wanting to continue to try out for Bel Canto, they're extending auditions. You need to go talk to the music department. If you're wanting to continue, if any of you want to try out for Bel Canto, that'll be extended for you. Talk to the music department.
Okay, breve anuncio, si quieres audicionar para el grupo de coro, puedes hacerlo todavía. Hablar con la maestra de música.
Okay, here's the sound. She's gonna, we're having intruder alert problems. I know, it's like, this can't be happening.
Solamente vamos a escuchar el sonido. We're just listening to the sound. Okay, we're not actually running, right?
She's gonna call me so you can hear it. It's just going off in a local area. Notice that's a little different from the fire alarm. We're hoping to annoy the intruder so they leave. Okay, when you hear that, this is super important.
Cuando escuchemos esto es muy importante.
In the very minuscule chance that this actually ever happens,
Tenemos distintos sonidos y este en particular es para los
we have to be ready.
que entran aquí y no conocemos. Tenemos que estar listos.
There's going to be some training Later on, the police are going to come in and train you on what to do.
Vamos a tener a unos oficiales que vienen, policías que nos van a entrenar.
But in short, what you want to do is either run or hide, and then the third option is to fight. Those are your three options.
Tenemos tres opciones. O
So-
te escondes, o corres, o peleas.
But if it's Mrs. Indian, don't hurt her.
Pero si es la maestra, no le peguen.
The first option is to hide. You want to hide first to assess the situation.
La primera opción es esconderte.
The light goes off in your room,
Lo que va a pasar es que la luz se va a apagar de tu clase,
all blinds
de
should be
tu aula.
closed,
Todas las persianas se van a cerrar
and it should be quiet as a church mouse.
y deben de estar súper silenciosos.
Because when a shooter comes through,
Porque cuando un intruso entra,
that person is listening for sounds.
esa persona está buscando el sonido de alguien.
So that's the first step.
Así
Get
que-
away from windows and hide.
Esa es la primera opción, esconderte rápidamente.
If you can crawl out the window and escape,
Si sales por la ventana
or head out the door and escape,
o por puedes también salir por las puertas,
that's a good option as well. What we're saying, if there's an intruder alert here, you're to run to the other side of the dorms. You just keep running.
si hay un intruso en este lugar, tratamos de buscar nuestros dormitorios lo más rápido posible.
There's two types of weapons that are generally used in a shooting situation.
Hay dos armas que se usan normalmente
A AR-15 style assault weapon
y va a nombrar ese estilo de armas,
or a handgun usually of 9mm.
que puede ser una pequeña o una más grande.
If a guy has a pistol
Si tienen una pistola
and you're moving, it's a lot harder to hit you.
y te estás moviendo, ese tipo de arma es más difícil de que te atrape.
As someone who grew up with weapons,
Yo crecí con armas
I can tell you stationary targets are way easier to hit.
y te puedo decir que las cosas que no se mueven es más fácil pegar.
So if you
O
start
tirar.
running, you get out of range as fast as you can.
Así que si corres, corre pero súper rápido.
The effective range of a pistol,
Y,
the distance it can hit you,
ok, si tienen algo más grande,
is 50 feet maybe,
algo como
unless you're good.
I'm sorry, I'm not, what's the idea? Can you
50,
just, okay,
50 yards, I'm sorry, not 50. 50
okay.
feet. 50 yards, 50 feet, 50
Alcanza la distancia
Bruce,
desde
50 feet or
15
50 yards?
pies. 50 pies.
The
Alcanza
yards
hasta
on-
50 pies.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what a shooting range would be. Yeah, it's close. So if you're a long way off, someone's shooting at you with a pistol, it's going to be very difficult for them to hit you. So you want to get away. A rifle's a different story. You want to get to cover and away as fast as you can, okay? You can run some weave to it as well. That's effective. Yeah. So just get out of there. Now, last option.
La
What if
última opción.
You're hiding
Si te estás escondiendo
and he comes into your room.
y sale de tu aula,
What do?
¿qué haces?
You fight. That's your last
Okay.
option.
Si entra la ola, ¿qué van a hacer? Van a
You
pelear.
throw everything you can find at that guy.
Lo que vas a hacer es que vas a tirar lo que encuentres a ese sujeto.
You throw your desks,
Avientas el escritorio,
books,
libros,
pens and pencils,
lápices,
your classmate,
tu compañero,
and you go after that guy and beat him down.
y vas y peleas lo más que puedas.
This is a very important thing, and I'm not meaning to be funny or rude about things.
No quiero ser gracioso tanto, pero esto es lo que debemos hacer.
But if a shooter comes into your room, he's there to kill you.
Si un intruso entra a tu aula es porque quiere matar.
He's not there to take you hostage,
No es para llevarte a algún lugar
and he's not there to have, tea with you.
Y no es para que se siente a platicar y tomar té.
The one drive of a shooter coming into a school is to kill people.
Lo que estas personas quieren es matar a personas
And if you have to fight for your life,
al instante. Y si tú tienes que pelear por tu vida,
don't feel bad.
no te sientas mal.
You're saving potentially your life and your classmates' lives. You attack this dude en masse. You throw everything in the kitchen sink at him.
No te sientas mal porque estás viendo por tu vida y por la vida de tus compañeros.
Unless it's those of us who are doing the drills. Please don't throw desks at us.
Ahora, tenga misericordia con aquellos que solo estamos haciendo un simulacro. Los maestros hacen durante el año.
Okay, because we'll be the ones doing the shooter drill today. Don't hit us with books, please.
Así que no anden
That's painful.
aventándole el escritorio, el
So now,
simulacro.
let's reiterate. The odds of this happening, you probably got a better chance of getting struck by lightning.
Ok, de seguro esto no va a pasar.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily going to happen. We just have to be ready.
Pero sí tenemos que estar listos.
That's why we're going to do some training, okay?
Por eso vamos a tener entrenamiento sobre este asunto.
This is my 30-year teaching, and I've never had an intruder that was a shooter come on a campus.
Bueno, este es mi año 30 de estar dando clases y nunca he tenido este problema.
And most schools are that way.
Y muchas escuelas
But
posiblemente sí.
we just have to be ready. Does that make sense?
Pero tenemos que estar listos.
Yeah, we're going to be wearing a black shirt today that says intruder on it. So don't break windows and throw things at us, please. If for some reason we come in the door and you touch us, that's good enough. You've neutralized us, okay? At least in that particular room, and you're safe.
Hoy nuestro simulacro y todos los simulacros que nosotros tendremos durante la escuela, del año escolar, los simulacros, las personas que andan tienen la palabra intruder en la playera, es negra. Así que si ven eso, recuerden, eso es simulacro, no se pongan tan locos.
And you stay there until we as administrators come and get you.
Así que solo esperen y si los matan, pues ahí se caen tantito y ya luego les avisamos cuando se terminó el simulacro. Pero ahí quedan.
So what if you're not in this building?
Así que, ¿qué si no estamos en esta escuela, en el edificio?
If you're in a different building, you hide.
Si
We're
estás,
in your building.
si estás en otro lugar, solo te escondes.
If you're out here, you run away from the sound. A 9mm sounds like a pop going off, pop, 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 pop. A 223 sounds a lot louder. And you should be able to know where that sound is coming from. Run away from that. If that sound's coming from the girls' dorm, don't run there. If it's coming from here, run that way. Get away from the area. They're not looking for hard targets, they're looking for easy targets. Make yourself a hard target.
Si escuchas el sonido, solamente estate atento y corre en la dirección apuesta de donde lo escuchas.
All right, Tabitha. The teachers know that. Yeah. Probably today we'll do that code, but we'll also come around as administrators and check the rooms. So we can give you feedback on how things went. Okay? All right, we'll see how that goes. Y'all have a nice day.
Ok, que tengan buen día.